And also, one interesting topic which I wanted to touch upon is that your biopic is going to happen. And I don't know how much you can tell about it. But first of all, how does it feel like, how did it happen actually, this biopic?
Okay, there was, I mean, some very serious people who contacted us, and yeah, again, it kind of feels. First of all, I'm more open to the idea. Already, I was open to the idea of the book last year. Now, I feel I'm more time. Generally, in a stage when you want to try these things, but the basic point is, it went from being something abstract to something real.
Mm-hmm.
So all these years when it really wasn't on the horizon, I would say, oh, it is nice if Amir plays me or this and that. It's one of these standard questions you get answered. But now suddenly it's like asking me not which historical figure would you like to play, but suddenly telling me who will you like to play in your next match. And then you're a bit more careful with the answer because you might actually get the guy, and more riskily, you might not get the guy.
Exactly.
So suddenly it becomes a bit like, uh, which opponent are you really looking forward to playing in this tournament? You don't want to say. But I honestly don't know yet. I mean, we haven't had as much of, obviously with the pandemic, we haven't had as much contact as we could have liked. Lots of, but the work is moving steadily along. I mean, they're trying to form an outline of how they will present it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Did you ever
I have
think actually?
accepted, broadly speaking, that the way they tell the story will have to be well. There's a way of telling a story, and they are the experts in that, and I have to leave them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will try to enjoy it. But how much liberty you can take with this and that also matters. But I'm basically looking forward. I think it'll be fun, and
It,
I'm very nervous of seeing myself on screen finally.
so
Uh,
like you would like first you said as it was an abstract idea, and like did you ever think that it will become real, or it was just something which you just had fun with, never really thought about it seriously?
I thought it's a possibility, and if someone gets in touch and if it starts to happen, then we'll worry about it then. So it was something that I just postponed. It's not that I knew it's never going to happen or I knew it's going to happen. I just kind of left it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm quite curious. On the one hand, it is tempting to see what story will happen, but you also have to. Well, when I interact with them and we work on the script and we decide what's going in, but also what's going out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because again, it's not like some 20-part series on Netflix. No, it's going to,
Have 2 hours.
it has to be condensed,
Mhm.
and there has to be a story told. So it'll be a totally new experience for me. I'm not sure what to make of it.
I think it'll be
The
pretty epic. Like, and also it's such a great thing to see like a biopic made on a chess player, and that to you. Uh, I think it's never been made, I think, in other countries also, right? Like, except for like Fisher, which was like very, very late, but I don't think in any country it has been made so far.
Yeah, well, the movies, if you're referring to the movies
Movies.
about Fisher, well, then he's a character, but it's not really a movie about him.
Right, right.
A lot, and again, I feel that this will be again biopic. There have been pictures about chess, but this is a biopic, and they will therefore have to stick more closely to my to actual events.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, if you've seen the scene with Spassky walking around Santa Monica Beach with in a black suit and tie with 20 KGB guys also all dressed, and you understand, okay, they're using the imagination a bit.
In this Pawn Sacrifice movie, are you
Yeah,
referring to? Yeah, yeah, it was so unreal. And
yeah,
like,
no, it's just a great scene. And but the thing is, it captures. There Spassky was very coolly dressed. There were KGB guys walking around, but usually they were getting drunk in the bar. I mean, there are details that are correct and there are details that are left out, and you just have to go with it. Um, Look, it's going to be a completely new experience for me. So I'm nervous. I'm excited.
and also in that scene which you mentioned, like Fisher comes to the beach and starts yelling at Spassky. It's also in the trailer. You, I'll get you, or something like this. I can never imagine something like this ever happening.
Exactly. I mean, we know there's a public face and there's a private thing going on. And once you have met Spassky, then you understand, okay, but these things will just never happen like that. But again, they are making the movie trying to think what someone who doesn't know the world of chess very well imagines that world to be. And there's a bit of that in Beth Harmon also. I mean, you can say that the chess scenes were shot well, but there is a lot of fantasy in how it's imagined.
Mm-hmm.
So again, um, that's why I think it's very important. It's a new experience. I will be careful not to keep saying no, but it didn't happen like that. Actually, we were friends, or actually we hugged each other, and so on. It doesn't work like that. So.
So I can see that you seem very like interested or curious also how it will go from the way you're speaking about it. So you seem very open about
Yes,
it.
I mean it's the first time when the script is actually my own life. So let's put it that way. And somebody else is reading the script. So we'll see.
So I think we can't get any information yet, right? About who would you like to play or who is playing. I think that must be confidential.
You will not get that information of the shortlist. I mean, again, it's like saying I prefer these three candidates, and then you find out which one it is. So clearly,
Okay.
we reached the point where I can't give that kind of thing.
Okay.
But by the way, truthfully, I can say that it hasn't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
But even when it does get that far, I won't be passing that out. I mean, that's what I mean. Something which was about to happen, kind of in the air, is now actually going to happen. So.
So I think Aruna Akka's role will also be equally important in that movie. So Akka, do you have any preference or like who should be playing your role? Like, did you ever think about it?
It depends on the hero. If it's a good hero, I will play my own role. I don't mind. I will sacrifice myself for that.
Oh, that's interesting. You would like to act. I, I
It
think.
depends on who the hero is.
Okay, so who should be the hero? Okay, like who?
Basically, she's saying if I'm acting, she's skipping. It was too much already.
Come on, they might have a honeymoon scene in Dortmund. You and me running in that park. It might not be so bad. Come on, think about it.
Westfalen Park.
Oh, but like now that